All right, you can present.
Good morning, everyone. I did not have a good name for this presentation, so I just put like summary of 813 and 814 from the lecture. So it was like 3 and 3 6-hour lectures, so I did not have like ability to capture the whole thing, but I tried as much as I could, a short period of time. All right, let's start. So basically, we start from what is software. Well, as our lecturer explained on the last, I think it was on 813, that one used to go to the primary school when we were like 5 years, 6 years old. We used to do all the paperwork like manually, But nowadays, if you go to any school, I mean, especially in America, you don't have to do any, like, as far as in my knowledge, you don't have to do any of this paperwork or like go through all this process. Like, you go to that teacher, you go to that teacher, you can just simply go to their website and, like do everything like by staying in one place, So, I mean, if you want the real definition is like a digital form of programs or tools associated with data and information, like all the information are stored in a website or in an app, like where you can do like so many things.
There's only a couple people on the call, not outside people. Why not you turn on the camera?
All right.
It's all our people. Nobody is joining. Nobody can see anything because it's all stopped.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so it's good.
All right, categories of software. I mean, you can't really tell that like there are like a certain amount of categories. There are like whole lot of categories of the software. So I just cover like some important things that mobile apps that we have on our phone, web browsers, desktop that we can use on our laptop or like desktop computer, client-facing application, and yeah, that's the business-facing application actually. Client-facing application is like, let's say
desktop application also client facing, browser application also client facing, all the application is client facing actually.
Yeah.
Mobile app, yeah. It depends who you are giving the access.
Yep. And to develop a software, like one person cannot, like it's not possible. Like it's not possible at all that one person cannot develop a software. You need a whole team. So a team can have like 1,000 members to like 10 member to 1,000 members, but like I just covered few important one: product owner, the one who write the user story from the business requirement, database engineer who store the data,
create the database.
Yeah, create the database, software engineer backend, software engineer front end, DevOps engineer who actually deploy the code, right?
Yep.
And the quality assurance engineer who test the quality,
Q engineer, or if it is the vehicle, then the vehicle validation.
Yeah, if it's for the vehicle, then it's the vehicle validation engineer.
So, and a team can have like a project can have 1,000 members, but team always we try to keep the 10 people, 12 people.
Yeah, simple as possible.
Yes, so then you can manage. Why the project is 1,000 people? Because if you are developing a vehicle, you need so many people.
So many people and so many
because
things.
this vehicle is developing in the 10 plants, the 1,000 of employees working, right? Yeah. Everybody is developing the same vehicle, and then you are developing vehicle apps, right? There is some hardware apps, there is some software apps. So that's the way we say that some of the model here, 10,000 people works, but you don't know. You just do your part. But the team becomes small, so you can actually focus what you do. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So types of applications or software. There are like two types of it, like new one and existing one. New one, like we're just creating a whole new application.
Yes.
From nothing. Like it's brand new.
Yep.
It never existed. But the existing one, we're just adding. Let's say TS for you. We're just adding some new features on it.
Yep.
Anything. Let's say you make a vehicle and you're just adding some features on it. Yep. So that's what you call the existing application or software.
System, yep.
All right. Product owner. As I'm doing the product owner, so I felt like covering some of the roles for the product owner. So basically, as a product owner, our main, like the primary role is to write the user story or the requirements as the business demand. Let's say I work for Ford, Chase, like any company. The business will come to me. They're not gonna go to the software, like any other software team. They're not gonna go to the database engineer, software engineer, or like any of the other development team beside the product owner.
Product owner of the business analyst, based on how the company set it up. Yep.
Yeah. So as a product owner, my main goal is to write the user story. So the other development team, like quality assurance engineer.
Not
like,
other development. You development team
Yeah,
will be
well-
developing through the Agile Scrum in the sprint. So wording is important. This wording, listen again. After you write the user story, you development team means we belongs to you,
Mhm.
basically. So we will be developing to follow the Agile Scrum or the waterfall or the V model in the sprint. Sprint means in the 15 days period. That's called the iterative approach. Make sense?
Yep.
So we all belongs to the product owner.
Yeah. So basically, what I was going to say is like my other team members from my team will understand what they need to do and what they need to develop, and like
Yep.
if it's existing one, what they need to add on the application.
Yes.
So user story and requirements. I actually didn't mean to write on it, but I'll cover on the next slide. So wait, how do you go to the next slide?
Yep, you got it.
Did I miss anything? Yep. Agile Scrum. So it is really important, like Agile Scrum. So like let's say we have a team of 10 or 12 people. Like as a product owner, I don't want to get like 10, 12 score, 10, 12, like let's say like 10 code in an hour, it's gonna blow my mind. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So basically, that's where we work on the Agile Scrum framework. So it is a project management tools frameworks, we divide.
Agile Scrum is a framework.
Yeah.
To implement the Scrum, we needed tools. So that's we call the project management tools. Can be anything, Agile ALM, Jira, thousands of tools out there. So they all implement Agile Scrum. Scrum is a framework to develop the software, either the new
They are
application.
under the Agile Scrum, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Jira, Agile ALM.
Yes. Agile Scrum is tools and the human behavior. Tools means like all the work need to be stored and the managed. Behavior means you need to communicate. You need to do the commitment. Hey, today I am doing this. I have done this yesterday. I have these issues. So that's nothing with the tools. So Agile Scrum is tools and human behavior. That's the Scrum.
System combined.
Make sense?
So Jira is a type of Agile.
Yes,
Jira is
it
the
is
project
one-
management tools.
Tools.
Can implement the Agile Scrum framework.
Scrum. There are a whole lot of them. It's not like it's not limited to one thing.
Yeah, it's not limited, but you see the wording. So two different wording. Scrum is a framework. To implement the Scrum, as a human, you have to behave and the tools will be used. Tools will be used to develop the project.
Yeah, in my last project, they're using Jira
Yeah.
for just corresponding their.
Everything, correct. The same, you can use the Jira for anything and everything, just to track the work. So again, you track the project,
They
right?
have also ticketing system, so why they use Jira also? Because they have a ticketing system, so they
So-
also use Jira.
Yes, because
Teams,
it's easy. Instead of using, so he's saying that many companies, they have a ticketing system like you have a
Their own
production
ticketing
issue,
system.
like the vehicle is collapsed. So customer raise a concern, it need to be recorded somewhere else, Jira or the Agile ALM. So it comes to us, means the operation team, and then actually needs to fix it. So they use the same tools. So can be used the project management, Agile development, software development, ticketing management, everything you can use. It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so this is divides work for each team members, So that platform will divide what the DevOps engineer needs to do, what the software engineer backend needs to do, what the quality assurance engineer or the vehicle validation engineer needs to do, Accessible for all team members. Well, everybody can access it, but here is the thing. The user story, nobody can change it beside the product owner.
Yep, should
That's
not
the
change.
important thing.
Or the whoever
write
create
the-
write the user story, you can make the comment, you should not touch them.
Yep.
Because it caused the issues.
Yeah. So all other team member can write their opinion on the discussion selection. So
Yep.
under the user story section, there is a
Discussion section.
column called discussion section. So let's say vehicle validation engineer or the QA engineer has a concern about the user story. He can simply write
I
his
did not
concern.
understand such and such. Can you clarify? Basically, the way you do the comments on the Facebook status, you have to do the same. Hey, you are saying the user cannot log out if they did not log in, or user cannot log out as like the expired user. What does it mean? You just said it. So they will actually explain you this means that. Or you said, you are saying the user need to have a complex password. What is the definition of the complex? Can you give me some, can you add more information on the user story? See this? So you have the full, like the right to clarify each of this if you do not understand. This, the whole development team can be a developer, can be QA, can be vehicle validation, can be software engineer. Everybody has to clarify the requirements. So discussion is the right place.
All right, so hang on. Nope, I covered this one. So waterfall methodology. So it is the methodology,
Methodology.
methodology.
So,
Well,
not the
yeah.
methodology. Okay. So make
Well,
sure.
Yeah, that's
Okay, that's fine. No
okay.
worry.
I apologize for the typing mistake. Okay. So it is a step, like developing the software. So first of all, the requirements what the user, the product owner or the business analysis, right? Based on the demand of the business, this is designing the software, then implementation, then the verification. So after verification, that's when the software or the application will be released. Epic.
So this is the one of the development methodology. There is Agile Scrum.
V-shape.
V-shape. So,
V-shape, yeah.
so here you can say this one of this, but all the epic feature user story, they all follow the Agile Scrum. Good.
Yep.
So you can improve your like the slide just below the waterfall and put the Agile Scrum. And all this, everything fall in the Agile Scrum. All the epic features, user story. Yeah, go ahead.
So epic means like a lot of multiple features. When you combine them together, that's when you become an epic. That's what you call epic. Features. Well, yeah, I'll give you a better explanation, just forget about the slide. So features mean, let's say I want to develop a website. So I want to add like whatever I want. Like I want to add sign in, sign up, log in, log out, like complex password, as our lecturer said before. That's what you call the features.
Yes, so like you can call like a specific category is a feature you can call. All the user related behavior actions, you can call a user feature, right? All the videos, an example, TS for use, all the video upload, video permission, right? You can call the video feature. All the documentation, you can call the document features. Means document related, all the user story, means requirements will be actually combined with them. Makes sense, right? It's like the organizing your work. So it does not like run everywhere that you have no clue what is going on. Organizing.
Okay, user story. Well, as I mentioned on the previous slide, well, I didn't write it. The user story description of all requirements written by the product owner based, okay, another typing mistake, based on the demand of the business
Requirements.
requirement, like the business owner or the CEO or the chairman, they will contact me as a product owner and they will tell me the requirement. Based on their requirement, I'll have to write the user story for my development team to, work on it and like release or like develop the software.
So basically the business, big company, they have 1,000 of department, by the way, hundreds of department. So like if you think about the GM has a 600,000 employee.
600,000.
Yeah, GM has around, right? So you see the
All over the world, right?
yeah, all over the world. So you see the company big like this. The federal, the IBM has over 500,000 employees.
What is IBM?
IBM, the company.
Oh.
Amazon has over 500,000 employees. The Facebook has over 300,000 employees.
Yeah.
So that's the we talk about the company. And they have a business unit. So all the unit, they want to build the software because they have to support the client. So anything we build, we have a specific business unit. We call the stakeholders. They are our actual investor, kind of. If you work in the Facebook directly, the business area you will be working, they are actually your stakeholders. Sadman, you can move your phone here. You're missing the big point. Make sense?
Yeah.
So we ask, who is your stakeholder? The people who is they're leading the project. They own the project. They are the stakeholder. Stakeholder can be from the business side, can be the senior
I
manager
have a
side.
question. What is the stakeholder and what is the client? What is the difference between them?
Okay, stakeholder means who's the leader, who is the owning
Investor.
investor.
And client.
Yeah.
Client is like, I'm buying the thing.
Okay,
Client.
so client is definition is huge. So if you and I am working,
There's so many definitions, right?
so it's an example. You are in the TS for use. Your course fees, we have an investor, right? They want how you need to do this course. because they are paying behind you. And I am also the stakeholder here, and you are the client. So it depends which project you work. Definition of client is so many. The client is definition is so many. Whoever using the application, they're the client, or we call the user. It depends. Good. All right.
Okay.
So, but you did not say that what is the user story. You have to say a small the functionality that a team can build. 1 or 2 days or 3 days. That's called the user story.
So what's the difference between user story and feature?
Features is so many days it can take.
So many user story making feature.
Exactly. That's what I said. Like multiple.
Because the
features
end
for
goal
it.
is the last the week we said it's not human possible to build a house in a day, right? So you have to break down small things, and the Scrum teaches us make things small and deliver every day. So in the Scrum, the requirements we call the user story. So what is the criteria? It has to be smaller, so the team can understand and get the work done. Can be a one days of worth, can be 2 days of work, can be 3 days of work. If it's taking more than that, they will start asking themselves, we need to break down this user story.
So user story, we have to write user story or
Product owner.
Product
Product owner or the business analyst.
For QA only just working with.
Understand that.
oh.
Start with understanding. Yeah, that's the part. Start doing the reading.
You cannot
understand
work
what
if you don't read the
Understand.
user story and understand
now what is going
what the
on.
business want. You can just
Yeah, just
test something
nobody
out
can
of your
work.
own.
So this type of term we use Jira or a ticketing system.
Whenever you follow the Agile Scrum, when you say the user story, everybody know what you're talking.
No, I say in my life working environment.
Okay, I know what you're talking. I think we covered the last week, the ticket. If the TS for your website has any issues now, it will create a ticket because it was working yesterday, something is not working. It's a ticket. When we develop the new user story, we found an issue, it's called a bug. Because you're developing.
I'm gonna cover
He's
that.
going to cover that. Make sense? So that's the difference between the ticket and the bug or the issue. Yeah.
Okay.